Okay. Very good. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask the first item is to ask the clerk to lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First off this evening, we have a what is called an OWL, which is a video system that is new to us, thanks to our IT department at the Farm County and Mr. Colvin. And the address on YouTube where these meetings will hopefully be archived and accessible is at Town of Stony Creek is the address. On go to YouTube and type that in and we should be there. We'll get a link created and put it up on the website and make it easier for everybody. So, and thank you, Neil, for putting it on Facebook for long. The first item this evening is approval of the minutes from November 18th, 2025. Are there any additions or corrections that anyone would like to make?
Page 248, under old business, last line, councilwoman, not councilman.
Okay. Are there any others? Hearing none, a motion for their approval, please.
All of it.
Moved by Councilwoman Bradley,
I'll second.
seconded by Councilwoman Farrell. I'll call the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, next up is a resolution to pay the general fund bills for December 2025 in the amount of $15,939.98.
I'll introduce it.
I'll second.
Introduced by Councilman Nathan Thomas, seconded by Councilwoman Bradley. Any questions or discussion about the general fund bills for payment? Hearing none, I'll ask the clerk to conduct a roll call vote, please.
Councilor John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. The next item is the highway fund bills for December 2025 and in the amount of $37,730.41.
Yes.
Resolution introduced by Councilwoman Bradley
I'll second.
and seconded by Councilwoman Farrell. Any questions or discussion about the highway fund bills for payment? The majority of it's for salt, like 32,000. Hearing none, I'll ask the clerk to conduct a roll call vote, please.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. And the last one is a capital project fund, and that's in the amount of $17,496.60.
I'll move it.
Introduced by Councilman John Thomas,
I'll second.
seconded by Councilman Nathan Thomas. Any questions or discussion on that payment? Hearing none, I'll have the clerk conduct a roll call vote, please.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. And next we have the town clerk's monthly report and continue with any correspondence.
Conservation licenses, $5.94. Death copies, $50. Marriage copy, $10. Copies, 25 cents. Dog licenses, $5. Total return revenues to supervisor, $71.19. New York State Agriculture Markets, $1. New York State Environmental Conservation, $406.06. Total disbursed, $478.25. This is from Moses Corliss, used the town hall on December 14th for a birthday party. Cindy Cameron is requesting $2,000 in occupancy tax for the other side of the creek on June 6th, Saturday. This is from Tim Van Noren. I am interested in filling the vacancy seat on the Board of Assessment. I have been a resident of Stone Creek since fall 2018 and would like to become more involved in the workings of the town. I would be happy to provide any information you would like about my interest and availability to participate on the board. I have worked with Kathy Percy and Adrian Rowe for a number of years on the Warren County Board of Elections poll worker and learned of the position from them early this month. This is from Kathleen Carbizio. I am interested in the recent opening of the Assessment Board of Review, which was mentioned at the recent Stony Creek Town Board meeting. I have been a property owner of 3 homes and land since the early 1900s, so I know the effect on the property assessor's decision has on the homeowner. Though I have no experience with assessing property, I understand the need for someone with strong mathematical and athletic skills. I am a retired high school science teacher, an adjacent instructor of geology, and possess the Bachelor's of Science in Geology and Master's in Education. Due to my professional background and experience, I have developed strong mathematical and skills along with the ability to process information, identify patterns, and solve problems using logic and correlative reasoning. I am eager to serve our community and am confident that my background and dedication for professional services standards will help me to quickly adapt and learn the requirements of the position. And I have a letter from Attorney Lamper regarding the Superintendent of Highways Facebook page post. And that's
Is
it.
that it?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Last month, we did request a letters of interest for the Board of Assessment review. So we did get 2 letters, which is good to see. So, what's the board's pleasure?
Kathy's already our youth director, right?
Right. Corner I can't say it either.
Or Sarah.
So Tim owns, lives on the end of Van Auken Road, so if anybody doesn't know
Yep.
Tim. So, both strong candidates.
Yep.
We just have 1 seat open, right?
I think so, just
Yes,
one.
just one.
Do we have to decide tonight?
Don't have to.
When do they meet next?
May,
No.
They have to take school.
yeah, right,
So when's their school, you know, or?
some training.
It's in April.
Oh, all right, so we have a little time.
Do you guys want to decide tonight?
Doesn't matter to me.
I'll make a motion to accept Tim's letter of interest. Van Nordstrom.
Okay, resolution introduced by Councilman Nathan Thomas to accept Tim Van Norman
And
for the Board of Assessment review.
What's his last name?
Van Norman. I
Van
believe.
Norman.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councilman John Thomas. I'll ask the clerk to conduct a roll call vote, please.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. And maybe we could send a letter to Kathy, thanking her for application. The other old business I had is I put the social media policy back on there as a discussion item. I don't know if we're ready or want to, or should I put it on there? Probably not.
Yeah, I hadn't rewritten it off the last report yet either,
Yeah.
so.
That's fine.
We definitely have to get that up.
This is something we should have the lawyer look over and make sure that, we've got it covered the way it should be.
Yeah, he gave us some points there,
Yeah, and got some,
2 or 3 points.
Yeah.
A couple, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So, have to get them incorporated into the policy. Okay, very good.
Does Warren County have one that we can?
I'm sure, yeah, I know they do. They've been, the county hired a risk manager, so they've been reviewing, they've set up a committee and reviewing all the policies. They've gone through a lot of
So can they share their policy with us?
them. Go ahead.
Say it's available on their webpage.
It probably is, yeah.
That's where the town of Indian Lakes came from.
It saved the county like almost $90,000 on their insurance.
yeah.
By doing it. Any other old business or committees, we can combine that.
Any word on the furnace for the garage?
Yeah, I've heard from Mr. Hayes, and he had expected, or his supplier expected to receive it on December 8th. And it's still being manufactured in Utica. So he was thinking this week that
Because we talked on it, he said it should have been here last week.
I agree. But, so hopefully it'll come in this week, and I think a couple, 3 days, and I don't know.
Where are you, Sarah?
I did review a bunch of the deeds and talked to Kristen Dara. The essentially agree with her conclusion based on what I've seen, but kind of doing a lot more research into trying to find deeds that don't appear to exist. You know, there's, for lack of a round number, you know, kind of 30 acres in between where the campground property ends or could end, and where the town's property could end. And short of the parties agreeing to a shared boundary line, it may be difficult to resolve. Both property lines are described by their neighbors with an approximate acreage, which is creating that hole. And there's evidence pointing to each side as to where the difference may lie. So there's kind of absent a missing deed or kind of long lost map. There's either require litigation or compromise.
All right, the salt shed, I believe, is complete.
Yep.
The dam work is complete as far as we went. There's one section that we didn't, one upper level on the Lanfear side still needs some attention. The rest of it's been, it'll do the town probably for 10 years or maybe 15. maybe. We did receive $58,453.75 in CHIPS money, capital highway improvement money. On the 12th, I believe it was. Other than that, anything else for committees?
Frank, I just got,
Yes,
I never did put any bill in for that in stone, but I'll just discuss it with you after the meeting and you tell me what.
Okay.
I don't know if but yeah, I'll just discuss it with you. Just didn't forget about, I forgot about that part.
Right.
But I'll talk to you tomorrow about it, I guess.
okay.
Are we gonna move forward with agreeing, like the walkthrough that we did, for the land divider? Like where we said we could possibly divide it? Are you in agreement, John?
No. It was agreed upon, like I stated in the past, 50 years ago by the town board. That where it's posted, where it was blazed, is where the line was established 50 years ago by the previous town board. And that's where it's been posted and kept. As far as the town gaining gravel, it's been stated by the superintendent of highways, it's not cost effective to do on gravel anymore.
Are you
And you
happy
did
with
walk
the
the
property line being where the property line should be and not way up here where you had your signs?
Like I said, I'm sticking with where it's posted, where the property line, where it's posted is right now.
But where you had it posted wasn't where the property line should have been. That's a little.
That's
bit
where it was established and agreed by the town board 50 years
From where
ago.
the property line should be.
They didn't have a survey done,
Which
and
doesn't
that's where they
affect, which
agreed,
doesn't
so.
affect your roads. Or your property.
It does
or
affect my
anything.
road. It affects my access to the campground.
Not
It
moving it
certainly
back to
does.
where it should be. That's right behind the dump.
It
You
affects my
have-
road into my campground.
Coming up with me.
If the lines moved where Dara had it marked, I lose my access to lower campground, which is over 100 acres, and I'm going to close my business, so
We
If you
didn't-
wanna
we
close
didn't
the
walk-
business?
We didn't walk on any of your roads when we all walked it as a board.
you didn't go down to the right-hand side where the property line goes down through where they had it marked. It takes my road down. It shuts my campground down. So
That's
if the
town's
object
problem.
is shut down my campground, go that route, but I don't agree with it. The town board agreed 50 years ago in 76, that that's where the line was gonna be. There was agreement between the previous landowner, which was Mantell, and the town.
But they didn't know where the lines were.
So, like I said, the town doesn't gain anything, bottom line. If there's no gravel
The
there,
town, but what I'm saying is where you had your signs is not, like, the line should be back a little bit farther. And you were saying you had your posted signs up here when they should have been here. You know what I'm talking about, like,
I do.
which that
And I
didn't
know where
affect,
the line
any-
was
which
agreed
that
upon by
didn't
the-
affect any of your roads.
I know where it does, if you follow the map, where Dara had it marked down there, it does take my road down. I have one access into the whole lower end of that campground. And then I agree to shut my campground down. If you wanna shut a business down, try that route, but I'm not. It's not, the town's not going after it for gravel. They're not going after it for timber. You walked it. Everything up there is red rot. You see the manure down trees. The town gains, some property that they do nothing with versus my campground stays operational and continues to operate.
It gives us a
That's
bigger
where we're
barrier
at. That's where I'm at anyhow.
to slope.
It's up to the town board, but that's where I'm at.
And there was more information you needed from there, or you got all the information that you need from her?
I have all the information that she has.
I believe you have the information
That's
of the
not
town board minutes.
That's the June one, that doesn't have the
Right.
line that she was talking.
Right, but this is where the posted signs are.
Yes,
But this is where our line should be, and that
Right.
doesn't affect your road. Your road
It
is
does
after,
affect my
your road
road.
is after that. It's after that.
It does affect my road. I have one access into there.
But here's your road. It's after that. It doesn't affect it. It doesn't.
All I know is where they had some flagging, and it does affect my road. It cuts it right off. I was down there when they were surveying. I know where the maps are. I've
And this
been
is
over it.
highlighted. And these dots are where your posted signs were. This is highlighted. That's where our line should be. And again, your road is after that. Doesn't affect your
Not where
road.
they had it flagged.
Well, I'm sure
where
they
they
have,
surveyed
I'm
and
sure they have a
flagged it.
lot of flags.
Where they surveyed it and flagged it is on the opposite side of my road. I would lose access to my whole lower campground, which would shut my campground down. And I'm not gonna agree to that, ever.
That looks like a road, correct? That is a road. On that, that's the road. And this highlighted line is not past your road. It's not past your road.
Well, I'm telling you this, where they had it flagged, where they had it surveyed and flagged,
Let's say we didn't walk that end, so I don't know where they.
You
had
didn't
it
walk
flagged
that
up
end.
to.
We walked over here.
We walked on.
right,
But
so you did not
where-
go on
but where
that,
it's
you did not go on
highlighted.
that side.
But where it's highlighted, your road is on the other side of where this is highlighted.
Well, all I can say is where they had it flagged is on the opposite side of my road. It's a 50-foot difference whether I have access to that lower campground or not.
All right, well, according to
That's what
this,
it boils
it
down
doesn't,
to.
it's not showing that it's interfering with the road. So what are we gonna do with this?
You know, like I said, 50 years ago, that it's 76, it's in the town board minutes, so the town board agreed that that's where it was to be posted. As you walked up through, you can see that's where it has been for a long time. All the big boulders that's been pushed off the landfill is right on that line. It's been there established for 50 years.
Okay, well.
Agreement between
okay.
the town,
All right, well,
the agreement
okay.
between the town
Okay, well,
board
well,
and
for
George
now,
Mantel.
this here, where this line is, and to here is the town's property, not where your little posted signs are. But from here to here is the town's property, and that doesn't affect your road. So for now, that's where we're at, and we're leaving it at that for now until we figure out what we're doing.
I guess so. I don't think we can just take it, so.
No,
No.
I know, and I didn't say we couldn't, we're going to, I'm just trying to come with a happy medium of where we establishing our line, because the posted signs were on the town property, not where they technically should have been. This is the acreage in question that we would have to split, which if we split that, that would affect your road. But where our line is currently is not where you had your posted signs, you had your signs here, our line currently is here. This, between here and here is what's in question. Your road goes through that. So if we were to do something with that, that would affect your road. If we split it this way, you lose your road. If we split it this way, you
Well, I think
lose
you're
your road.
confusing the difference where the county, she's got the county line marked on there, which even the assessor knows that's wrong. And where
This
they
is our
they
property.
surveyed it out to.
This is yours. This is the section in between. That's in between. We'll discuss, we'll have to figure something out with that because I'm sure the town did not pay thousands of dollars for a survey for you to gain property. But we'll discuss that another day with some more information and some more discussion with the attorney, but we won't hold up the meeting tonight. But we will discuss with the attorney of how we're gonna resolve this.
Well, just to be clear, we haven't paid anything yet.
It hasn't been paid to Derek?
We haven't got the bill,
We're gonna pay.
but we will.
Yeah. Doing it for free.
I'm just saying. Just, you know,
But just keep in mind too, the longer you draw it out, the more it's gonna cost the town. And the town's gonna gain as far as
Can't
assets.
sell your property either.
Other than some property that they're never gonna use, the town's not gonna gain anything,
So
so.
how is this gonna work financially? So, okay, so it's a campground, it's been a campground for many years, valid. It's been used as a campground many years, again, valid. So if you're going to dispute and keep the majority of the acres, then you should also be held accountable and responsible for some of the survey, because it's benefiting you.
Back taxes too. 30 acres back taxes.
This conversation isn't pertaining to the audience right now. So, Because
I'll
are
let it
you,
slide.
are you
You can
willing,
eat
are you
slow
willing to
tonight.
do that?
No, I'm not. I mean, that line is.
Well, how is it fair to the town to do a survey where there's 30 acres in question, but you benefit, the town pays and
I
you
don't
don't pay
benefit
them?
anything. I'm using the same property I have been, the town's using the same property they have been. Nothing changes. Nobody benefits from either side. I've never logged that property. I've never got any benefit from logging on that property.
Looks like it's been logged.
They have not been logged. Those are all dead trees that you see down there. You won't find a stump down there because that whole area is all red rot pine and it was never cut. I can guarantee you that. So, I mean, I'm sticking with what the town board agreed to 50 years ago. It was walked by the previous town board. It was agreed between the town board and the previous landowner. I see no need to change it. The town's not gonna gain anything.
I don't want to see a business be lost out of the town.
Well, neither do I. I spent 20 years of my life building that up, getting into
But our
where it is.
road, or our line is where the highlighted line is, not where your posted signs are, and that doesn't affect your property. And if you're gonna benefit from the majority of that property, you should also pay for a portion of the survey. That would be fair, right, John? Because you're benefiting, your deed is gonna get changed, so it'll never be a question ever again, am I correct?
That's something I'll think about.
So would that be fair? I
Something I'll
that
think
would be
about,
fair.
but, you know, like I said, it was established 50 years ago. You know, apparently what a previous town board says doesn't matter. I guess is what it comes down to.
I think surveys are actually more beneficial than what a town board would say. An actual legit legal survey. Deeds, titles,
Well, that's your opinion.
it's fact. But, okay, carry on. Next.
Satisfied? Any other old business we'd like to check on? All right, new business, I have first item is an intermunicipal agreement with Warren County. This is for the hauling and disposal of our municipal solid waste and also our recyclables. And it's for 2026 and 2027.
The county's doing all their own hauling, right?
Yep, the county's purchased 2 trucks. I believe they're gonna purchase another truck, and they've added 2 drivers, I believe. And a part-time person, so. It's definitely cheaper. It's a
Yeah,
haul.
oh, yeah. Well, there's not much of a price increase from one year to the next either. I was just looking at that as far as the cost. I make a motion that we enter into it with the county.
Introduced by Councilman John Thomas,
Second.
seconded by Councilwoman Bradley. Any other questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask the clerk to conduct a roll call vote, please.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. And the second item I have is the contract with the local government review board. It's for $300. It's a contract we've done for several years now, probably 10 years or so. So, but it's up to the board. It is for 2026. It showed up on my desk, so I brought it in front of us.
Can you explain this to me because I don't quite.
Yeah, the local government review board, it's the Adirondack Park Local Government Review Board. The executive director, Gerald Delaney, he attends all the ABA meetings.
Okay.
And the review board gets together once a month, usually in Long Lake, but not always. And There's representatives from each county. Each county has a appointed representative and a deputy or an alternate. So, and they get together and discuss what happened, or any complaints they have, or with the park agency. Usually there's somebody from the park agency that attends. They lobby down in Albany. It's,
And it would be for our benefit, like you,
right,
okay.
for towns in the park, it's a worthwhile endeavor. At least it gives you a voice and somebody's at the meeting.
I make a motion, we do it for the 300 day, help us out where they can, and it's good to have some sort of voice down there.
I'll second.
Introduced by Councilman John Thomas and seconded by Councilwoman Farrell. Ask the clerk to conduct a roll call vote, please.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. And the last item I have is a request from the Stony Creek Town Historian, Cindy Cameron, for some occupancy tax funding. This is for the other side of the creek event that she has organized and put together the last few years, and it's on June 6th, which is a Saturday, 13 May. I think most of it's for some advertising, but I think it's for musicians and for the horses and livestock that's there, I believe.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Introduced by Councilman Bradley, seconded by Councilman Farrell. Any discussion? If not, I'll ask the clerk to conduct a roll call vote first.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. Any other new business?
I have one, it has to do with your 33 years of service. See, I know this is yours and mine last meeting. I make a motion that we rename 13 Lanford Road as Lanford Park and dedicate it to Frank Thomas for his 33 years of service to this town. If somebody wants a different name, but I mean, 33 years is a lot of time. You've done a lot for this town. I think it's fitting to do it.
We designate it as a park, does that limit what we can build on it? That's my only question.
That's possible as well.
The acquisition of the property and opening it for the public essentially makes it a park,
Okay.
whether you formally call it a park or not.
Right.
It's
So
inconsequential.
I just know there was plans.
But yeah,
for like a
you're
community center or
generally,
something.
excuse me, you're generally limited to things you can do with parkland, and it takes an act of the legislature to, where you'd ever try and sell it, so.
Well, we just had plans for like a community center or something like that there. I wanted to make sure it wasn't.
Yeah, we did a while back, yeah.
Yeah, no, that would-
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to rename 13 Lanford Road as Lanford Park.
Mhm.
And,
Dedicated to Frank Thomas.
Frank E.
Or
Thomas?
Frank E. Thomas, whichever you want.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I think he put more hours in than most people know.
All right, I'll ask the clerk to conduct a roll call vote on that one.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
I'll abstain.
You get to design the sign. How's that?
I don't know. I'm not too good at that. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you for your service.
Also, that was really necessary, but anyways. If there's no other new business, I do have a bunch of budget adjustments. These are all for the general fund. I would like to add $500 to the $51,177, make it $51,677.42. And that would be put into the A1220.1 supervisor bookkeeper. It's $500, so that we can pay the new bookkeeper to review what we do and what we don't.
Okay.
With that, I propose to debit the fund balance, $51,677.42. And credit appropriation A1220.4, the supervisor contractual, $10.48. A1330.4, tax collector contractual, $33.50. A1410.4, town clerk contractual, $596.24. A1620.1, building personnel, $2,932.78. A5182.4, lighting district, $1,003.36. A66310.4, community action, that's the food pantry, $357.63. A7110.1, parks personnel, $22,597. A7110.4, parks contractual, $2,005.69. A8160.1, refuse personnel, the landfill, $9,994. And appropriation 8160.4, refuse contractual, $322.14. Appropriation A9030.8, social security, $2,691. Appropriation A9060.8, medical insurance, $11,137. Credit H 5132.4, garage salt shed, $17,496.60. And the last one is A 1220.1, supervisor bookkeeper, $500.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Introduced by Councilwoman Farrell, seconded by Councilwoman Bradley. Any discussion? If not, I'll have clerk conduct roll call vote.
Councilman John Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Farrell?
Yes.
Councilman Nate Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bradley?
Yes.
Supervisor Thomas?
Yes. Any other items from anyone on board?
Thank you, Frank,
You're welcome.
for your 34 years here.
Everyone's welcome. Thank everyone out there for giving me the opportunity. Never thought I'd be sitting here hearing it.
It's been a pleasure working with you for the past few years.
Good. Glad to
Thank
do
you
that.
too, John.
Privilege of the floor.
Just got some, that culvert grant, is that something going on anytime that you got from Warren County, we're gonna get when the culvert grant to inspect our culverts?
I think they've already done that. I think they did the assessment on them.
We didn't get a report.
I haven't seen a report.
Okay,
He keeps telling us we're gonna get one.
okay.
I haven't seen it.
And the other thing I got is, so I wanna go back to the land thing, just as, if the town has 40 acres and he has his acres, so there's 30 acres in discrepancy, that just stays in limbo forever? If he doesn't have, if we don't make it come to an agreement, that just stays in limbo forever, so he can't sell his property without a clean title, right? Because we don't know where the line is, and we don't know where the line is on our own piece of property even at this point. Right? It's kind of, so when you bought the property and people tell you where the line is, and then you get it surveyed and it's wrong, that doesn't mean you still stay where the line is. That's where I'm confused at. I don't
We
see
never
how
had
this is-
title insurance back then.
I understand that. That got nothing to do with title issue. I did, now, times have changed. You've actually found out where, we did the same thing over here with Stub Bills. How come we took his land? He had land way over, everybody thought.
Yeah.
The town just as easily said, that's not gonna happen, and we found our line. So can the county be involved in this? Can't that go back, that 30 acres be just, okay, nobody owns it, goes back to the county and it goes out to auction and town gets a dib on it? There's gotta be a way around this. This is crazy for him to just assume it's his. I'm not saying the town should own more than 40 acres. Whatever that acreage is where I think it should be. Wherever his acres should be, on that map should be. That vacant land or whatever that should be somebody else's. If we can't come to an agreement, it should be going somewhere. That's not right, what he's doing. Can't just take it because somebody told you where the line is. Everybody goes through this, you buy a piece of land, my line is right there. No, it's not. I don't care what the board said, there's no other proof. Anyways, it's crazy that he's gonna hold that up and thinking it's his,
Well, it's,
anybody's.
it's a dispute, so, it's a property dispute, so
Have to go to court.
he thinks he owns it. We think we have a claim to it, so he's gonna end up having to go to court. More than likely.
That's all he had.
Anyone else? All right, motion to adjourn.
Actually, I got one item, if you don't mind. The only thing I had a question about was at the refuse center with the new agreement, there's tires in a waste management container.
Yep.
Are they coming to get that, or is that something that's been?
No, that would be separate.
Okay.
We've used, Husick Tire.
Okay,
They'll come and they'll charge you for each tire, but it's the cheapest place I've found.
that's my only question, thank you.
If there's nothing else, motion to adjourn. Moved
I'll
by
second.
Councilman Nathan Thomas, seconded by Councilman Bradley. And just remember, we're on YouTube. Thank you.
You made it, Frank.